What's good, YouTube land? Number 3 in our look at the 2015 Protectobots brings us to a remold that would eventually get remolded into Prowl, the Protectobot known as Streetwise. So here he is in his packaging. Obviously you have the figure there, nice piece of artwork back there. Obviously his accessories. Yes, he is Protectobot Streetwise, collector's card, yay. Transformers. Yes, he combines to form Defensor. It's 5 of 5. I'm not doing it in that order. But obviously on the back, same kind of stuff. Supercharged patrol car. Can chase down any target. Becomes an arm and a leg, or a leg. You can't become both at the same time, unfortunately. That'd be amazing. To become an arm and a leg. Some crazy split in half shit. And obviously the rest of his Protectobot buddies. You've already seen Hotspot and Rook, because there are videos of them up on my channel. You should be looking at them. And don't let the numbers 0 through 3 harm your child. Don't let them. 9 steps. Nothing. But that's about it for the packaging. So I'm going to get them open, and we're going to take a closer look at this police officer. So here he is, open up and out of his packaging. And we're going to start in the vehicle mode with these off to the side. Yeah, right off the bat, this guy is a heavy remold of the Stunticon Dead End. So for your first comparison, here's how he looks next to Dead End. You can see, as I said, heavy remolding. There's basically none of the shell of the vehicle mold is the same. The only thing that could be the same are the 3 parts of the windshield. And unfortunately, they decided not to paint the rims on Streetwise when they painted them on Dead End. But nonetheless, we don't need Dead End right now. Here is Streetwise. I believe he's still a model of a Lamborghini. I'm not a big car guy, but they Dead End was a Lamborghini and they remolded Dead End, so this is probably still a Lamborghini. It's a very nice car. Obviously it's a police car, and apparently in Japan they use Lamborghinis for police cars. I don't know why you'd want such an expensive car hunting down bad guys, but oh well. It makes for a nice toy. You've already seen very plain deco. You've got a little bit of blue on the vents, obviously with a gigantic Autobot symbol, and police decoed right there. We've got a nice siren bar right there, picked out in red. It looks like 2 different shades of red, because the corners look a bit lighter. Nah, well, actually they're not lighter per se, just they have less paint. They need to go over once more with paint, but yeah, red. Obviously you could see the panel lining. A little bit of windshield in the back. Obviously those aren't regular headlights. They're done up very nice and silver. It's a nice front bumper section here, I guess, where the license plate would go. And some headlights, well, more lights, I guess, floodlights, whatever. Little bits of a grill right there. Obviously, you come to the side, you've got weapon ports, spinning wheels. Rolls alright. Not the best thing, but it's not the worst thing either. You see there's a weapon port up top. Coming to the back, you've got the exhaust pipe with a little bit of red poking through. And on the other side, basically the same thing with a weapon port on each door. And you've got little slits cut out of the sides. I think it's to make the plastic breathe, but it was also because Dead End's weapon was a pipe and had a little... whoa, I'm off camera. You could attach Dead End's weapons here, which you can still do to this mold, but this particular iteration of the mold, excuse me, doesn't have that same weapon. And on the bottom, you can see some robot mode stuff. But for accessories, he's got the hand-foot gun, which is the exact same as Dead End's. Just instead of cast in purple plastic, it's cast in black, because every single Autobot combiner has black hands in the Generations line. Superion is the one that's supposed to have white hands. But yeah, they're the exact same mold. Except one has a gray hinge and one has a red hinge. So instead of Dead End's pipe weapon, we have probably one of the most badass guns I've ever seen in Transformers. A triple-barreled shotgun with a scope. This thing is awesome and badass. Some freaking... Whoops. That's like some kind of weapon out of Doom. Yep. Not bad molding on it. Probably the chamber there. No, where all the bullets go, right there, probably. Or all the energy bolts are stored. Now, for weapon storage, you do have that port on top, as mentioned. So you can arm him up while he's driving down the road, shotgunning some fools. You can put it to the side, which doesn't look ridiculous. Or you could peg it to the other side. You know. Or you can plug it in there as a tail fin thing. This, unfortunately can only plug it in, upside down like that, or onto the sides. It really doesn't look very good, as most hand-foot guns don't. Now he's like, but that's basically it for vehicle mode. Now I have to paint these dang wheels, but next we shall take it into combined modes and then robot mode. So to get into leg mode, incredibly simple. Unpeg the roof, or the hood, flip down this, flip this back. That's quite tight. Flip up the combiner peg. And stick in a foot. And you've got a shin mode. Yay, shin mode. Reveal the tiny bit more red that you won't see anymore after you attach him to Defensor. So now we go to arm mode, which is only slightly longer. You want to unpeg the legs. You want to stop being off camera. Or is that just me? Flip them down like so. Rotate them around. Now, whichever angle you want the elbow to be at, it can be here, it can be, oh my god, it can be here, it could be but it can be here. Before that, you want to rotate the combiner wars connection, and then what you do with the arms is pretty much up to you. You can keep them like here. It's up to you, really. Then you take the Combiner Wars hand foot gun. Excuse me. Ah, God. There we go. And this is actually quite tight. There's an arm. And just because that was really quick, just going to do dead end without pausing the video. And there you have your arm mode. No, you don't. Fuck. There's your arm modes. That's generally how I put Dead End's arms. So let me get. Or you can do whatever the heck you want to do. Something like that. Like that. But there's arm mode. So now we're going to go into robot mode and finish this up. So now robot mode. I believe I just repeated myself. Remove the combiner peg, combiner war hand foot, piece of crap. These are not sturdy. Rotate the legs, split the legs. Hear a terrifying snapping sound. But, whoa, this is loose. You can remove this. There we go. But you're missing that slight pop of red. Then you're done with the legs. Fold down the Combiner War actual peg and see if he'll stand the hell up. Fold out his arms. Fold out his arms. Bring out the hands. See if he'll stand again. And then you're going to want to bring down this flap and rotate the hood of the car into up position. Bring it forward on that hinge. Peg in that panel. And there you have, slightly off screen, Streetwise in his robot mode. And he looks really good. I really like him. Oh, I forgot to show off the most important thing. The obligatory collector's card. Now, obviously, this is more styled after the G1 toy / cartoon model. But they have similar elements, like the red on the thighs, sort of. They have this has a windscreen for a chest. That has a flap pretending to be a windscreen for a chest. The heads are similar, definitely. But yeah, here's a card of Streetwise. And I guess, again, right off the bat, I have to show him next to dead end. Where now you see just how much retooling went into him. Basically, the head is new, the chest plate, the front has been remolded, the forearm trunks have been remolded, and the shins have been remolded. So the skeleton's basically the same, transformation's the same, but you can see how much got remolded to make a Decepticon Stunticon into an Autobot Protectobot. So now we're going to stop talking about Dead End, because this video isn't about Dead End, it's about Streetwise. And I guess I have to mention his color scheme, because I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's not a crisp, clean white. It's quite like a off-white, like a beige-ish, kind of like the off-white paint you paint walls with, generic wall paint. Which, I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, freaking Rook, who I've already reviewed, was bright, clean, crisp white. And Hotspot has the bits of white are clean and crisp. So, this guy kind of stands out a little. And obviously his secondary color is red, popping on the crotch, the knees, the head sculpt, and the forearms. We'll take a closer look at that head sculpt. Not a bad head sculpt. It's definitely, I mean, it looks like, well, you be the judge. Does it look at all like that head sculpt? The expression, not so much. I mean, he's kind of got an open mouth plate, kind of like movie Optimus tends to have. But overall, it's definitely a nice head sculpt. For posability, he's got a ball jointed neck, so he can look up. He can look up about that far, down not very much. Side, he can't quite go 360, but he can look both sides. And then you can split his head in half. Obviously, this panel, instead of having the small Decepticon symbol, now has a large Autobot symbol. He's got ball jointed shoulders for good range. They get interfered with by the backpack. But you can go all around, in and out. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have an elbow and floating elbow syndrome. And he does have these ratcheted wrists. Why this mold has been stuck with ratcheted wrists for 2 iterations of it, and an upcoming 3rd, I still have no idea. No YouTuber has any idea why they frickin' gave this guy ratcheted wrist joints. But he does have a waist joint nonetheless. Can go all the way around. Ball jointed hips. Can go that far. And he's got a knee joint. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything that you can classify as actual feet. He does stand okay, I guess. I mean, he stands at, come on. Come on, don't prove me to be a liar, Streetwise. There. Overall, not bad. Very... Fuck.